Hello, Sydney here, and welcome to the Drunken Orc. So, a little bit of an impromptu video today. There's a couple of things I wanted to talk about. The first one being related to our Lord and Saviour, Ghazghkull Thraka. There's been an orc leak. There's been a bit of a rules leak. Somebody has bought a Ghazghkull set, and in that set, as is wont to be, there's a data sheet, and in that data sheet is his profile. But it's not the profile that we're currently using, it's slightly different. I'm going to screenshot of it here. Comparing the profile of Gaz as he is to Gaz as he looks like he's going to be, first thing that jumps out is the fact that he doesn't degrade. There's no 12 wounds, 6 wounds, 3 wounds. Or 2 wounds, is it? It's just one profile, which is good. Or is it? Because guards used to get better as he degraded. So, you know, it may not be good, but we'll have a look. Movement, 7. I used to go 7, 6, 5. Just stays at 7 now, so that's good. Weapon skill, 2, hitting on 2 pluses like he always has. Ballistic skill, hitting on 5 pluses like he always has. Strength 7. Now I used to degrade 7 down to 6 and then 5 on 1 or 2 wounds, but it's staying here at 7, which is good. Toughness still 7. Wounds 12. Attacks. Now, he used to have 5 attacks, and that degraded, as he degraded, they actually went up to 6 and then 7 on his final profile. They start at 7 now. They start at the level they used to get to when he was nearly dead, which is pretty good. You know, I don't need to tell you that. He's basically, everything else has been a benefit. The attacks, also a benefit. And leadership, 8, save 2 plus. So that's the same there. It doesn't include any of these special rules. The Prophet of Gork or the Grand War Boss and all that, Officer's Best and all that sort of stuff. It does include his weapon profiles though. I'm just going to jump ahead to number 2, which is his Claw of Gork. Times 2 strength, minus 4 AP, 4 damage. Yep, unchanged. Good. It's spot on that. Hitting on 2 pluses. His stick bomb launcher. Not even going to look at it, to be fair. If you're firing stick bombs at guys, something's gone horribly wrong. So we'll go back to number 1, which is the Mork's Raw. The normal profile for Mork's Raw is basically exactly the same as 4 big shooters. Range 36, assault 12, strength 5, minus 1 AP, 1 damage. There's nothing wrong with that. It's decent. It's not the best thing in the world because, you know, with orc shooting. But the 2 little bullets that they've got there, the symbol, the new, you know, universal symbol they've got for weaponry, that's not assault. That is rapid fire, which means that within 18 inches, Gaz is able to fire double the shots. So not 12, 24. Now that's a lot. He won't be able to fire an advance. It's a bit of a shame because you really want to be getting him up the board as soon as possible. You really want to be doing the advance. That's something to think about. But still, 24 shots. That's pretty good. And with him being a monster, you can fire that in close combat. So the little chaff units which could tie him up, and you're sitting there, you know, absolutely pulping 5 around because you're hitting on 2s, you'll be wounded on 2s. There's various rerolls knocking about, I suppose, and the damage of 4. I mean, you know, when I talk chaff units, you could do that to anybody, any troop unit. He's taking out 1 hit virtually. But the little chaff ones where there's, you know, 15, 20 plus of them, which is going to take him a long time to chew through. Now, 7 attacks, that's obviously a few extra. 24 shots. Strength 5, minus 1 AP, he's going to be able to chew through a lot of chaff there as well. So yeah, I'm hoping that's not a misprint. And it's the way things are. And I'm very happy with that. So yeah, there's that. That's pretty good, isn't it? 24 shots with Gaz. Yeah, he's going to be a wreck face for that. Maybe he's getting hit. It's going to be more hits, so it's basically going to be twice as effective as it was. Now I don't know if that means you're going to be getting that with all orc weapons. A lot of assault weapons with orcs. Would you sacrifice assault for rapid fire? Would that mean everything, like even things like the custom mega blasters would go from 1 to 2 shots. And the rocket launchers 1 from 2. I mean, would everything go on? Rapid fire on a rocket launcher is a bit ridiculous, to be fair. But, you know, even if it was just on things like the shooters and big shooters, would you take that? Double the shots? Be pretty good. You'd lose all the assault benefits, so being able to shoot when you advance. And a lot of times you do want to advance. Don't know. It's just speculation based on this one leaked data sheet. Nothing may come of it. But, you know, leave us your comments down below there. Let us know what you're thinking. It'd be interesting to start a discussion on that, because I've really got no idea. I'm just, basically, I'm doing what everybody else does, except when I'm thinking about it, I think aloud, as I'm sure a lot of you do, and I just record it at the same time. So, you know, that's all it is. But also, there was something else I wanted to look at, so we'll go to that now. The other thing I wanted to look at was going with the Beast Snagga box. It's been spotted, and I've got to admit, I didn't spot this. You know, I'd love to say I did, but alas, I didn't. Some I don't know who did. Whoever, if you're watching this, whoever you are, you spotted this and stuck us on the on some of the Ork groups on Facebook. Well done. That's an eagle eye. I went through that video a few times, stopping and pulling back and trying to find out little models in the background and pick things up. And for some reason, this completely passed us by. But what we've got is it's one. And the other bit of news comes from the Beast Snagga box. Now, when I done my video for that, and I appreciate there's lots of videos all about the, you know, what that's going to be shown, where the reveals, the videos, the photos, and all the rest of it. I went through the video a few times trying to pick out some shots which you might not notice the first time through. And there were still things I didn't notice the first, second, third, and probably fourth times through. But some eagle-eyed people on the Facebook groups, the 40k Facebook groups, did spot it and they stuck it on. So I don't know who it was, and I do apologise for that. But if you're watching, if you haven't been watching, thank you very much. Was a squig rider boy, and it wasn't so much the squig or the rider, it was the grot on his back. Now, out of the 3 grots on the back, we knew the first one had a chopper with the saw blade on. We knew the second one had a bundle of dynamite. Third one, no, I had seen him, but because he was facing the other way, I didn't know what he had. But now we do, because we've seen this. There we go. It's a little bit blurred, but that quite clearly is a grot sitting on the back of the squig, the one with the mono wheel. And he's got some kind of gun. Not a standard grot blaster. It's two-handed. It's got what looks like a canister underneath it with an explosion glyph on. And, oh yeah, it looks like it's firing a squig, which is possibly, you know, the thing which does tend to stand out the most. Now, it does look like a standard squig, if there is such a thing as a standard squig. It could be a face eater. I don't know, they might just make up a brand new one. It could work on a similar sort of rule set to the Ghazghkull Squig Buggy, where they've got the Bile Squig, which is the, I believe that's a blast one that does a lot of shots, but it's pretty low, you know, performance. It's like the frag grenade. Did I say grenade? Frag grenade equivalent. The bitey squig, and then you've got the boom squig. It could be something like that, like the grot can choose. Ultimately, let's be honest, you choose, not the grot, what he's going to fire. So it could be something like that. But yeah, it looks like some sort of gas propellant rifle that fires living ammunition. Fantastic. That is good. I do like that. It's just something different, isn't it? Now, whether that's linked towards what they said on the reveal about, I know they didn't say it for definite, about the Ghazghkull Squig Buggies being, you know, worth looking at or getting a big boost. He just said that he knew somebody who collected Orks who thought that, or thought there might be, and he'd been picking them up. I have since heard a lot of people saying, oh, it's the next new thing. It's going to be the next big thing. Get yourself a Ghazghkull Squig Buggy. They're going to dominate. I can't see it. Personally, when he said that his friend who collects Orks had been picking up lots of Ghazghkull Squig Buggies, are they going to be good within the codex? Who knows, maybe. What I heard was GW have lots of Ghazghkull Squig Buggies that they're not shifting. Why not go out and buy them? Do us a solid. That's all I heard from that. So I'll not be. And then when the codex comes out and they're fucking fantastic, I'll just have to do without. because I've missed my chance. But yeah, they're the two main bits of news. Like I say, just a short video just to cover the leaks on Ghazghkull's profile, and also the squig-based rifle weapon. There's got to be a better name for it than that on the Squig Hog, boys. That's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and tickle that bell. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye. But also, there was something, and I'm also gonna bring up me dinner. There's been an orc leak.
It's gonna be in the outtake.